Kiss Me Son of Pod. I'm your host, Chase Roper. This is a podcast where we talk about every song that I've written about by They Might Be Giants. It is a companion podcast to my newsletter called Kiss Me Son of Blog, where I am writing about every song by They Might Be Giants. It is free to subscribe. Join the conversation. Head over to kissmesonofblog.com. And this is our third episode, and I'm going to be talking about a song that I love called Put Your Hand Inside the Puppet Head, the second song from They Might Be Giants' self-titled album, and my thoughts about it. Have you ever tried to sing along to this song? John Flansburgh manages to make verses that sound like the syllables of the first verse are carrying over into the next verse in a way that is just very oddly satisfying for me. And as hard as I try, I cannot sing the chorus, "Put your hand inside the puppet head," in any kind of articulate way at the same speed as Flansy. It seems superhuman. Put your hands on the puppet head. I'm not even gonna do it. Just hearing myself in my room alone try to. The second I started to sing it, I already backed away from it 100%, and it just became the most like, oh my god, not good. And my attempts are, they come out like that. They come out bad. They kind of sound like, put your hand side puppet head. I don't know, is this interesting to anybody?
Memo to myself. Do the dumb things I gotta do. Touch the puppet head.
Quit
In the middle of the song, there is a lyric that I say during busy days at work. Chore-filled days at home, just running deliriously boring errands on a weekly basis. I've written this on notepads in offices at every opportunity I've had over the last 30-ish years of my life. It's like a break in the song, and it says, "Memo to myself. Do the dumb things I gotta do. Touch the puppet head." I don't usually include the touch the puppet head part, but I do usually say memo to myself, do the dumb things I gotta do. Or if my wife asks me what I have to do today, I have to do the dumb things I gotta do. It will never stop amusing me. So there's a fun fact that I learned. This is a new segment. Fun facts. I learned while reading the TMBG wiki, which is called They Might Be Wiki. This might be wiki? TMBW. So Weird Al Yankovic, who I'm a huge fan of, who I knew of as a youth before I'd found They Might Be Giants, he shared in a 2022 interview that this song is his favorite They Might Be Giants song. And this is funny to me because Put Your Hand Inside the Puppet Head's favorite Weird Al song is Everything You Know Is Wrong, which was Weird Al's homage to Everything Right Is Wrong Again, which we talked about in last week's episode. I first heard this song in that camper trailer I mentioned last week with my best friend, David. The drum machine kicking it off, and then you just hear Flansy come with as your body floats down 3rd Street with the burn smell factory closing up. What kind of factory? What do they make there? Burn smells. It's a burn smell factory. Like most of their lyrics, it's just a snarky line, and I love it. I've never really spent much time considering or discussing like the interpretation of this song. I feel like a lot of TMBG songs aren't necessarily meant for deciphering hidden meaning. It's usually right. Everything is just right front and center. For the sake of this post, for amusement, I did read some theories, and there seems to be a lot of consensus around the notion that the puppet head, in this case, is capitalism, or industry, or having a job in general that you don't want to have. Putting your hand inside is admitting that you have to control that puppet version of yourself. I'm not against, but I'm not a huge fan. Not that I'm not a huge fan. I don't expect fan theories on all of these, but I would love to hear, you know, if you have a particular thought on what this song would be, to tell me about it. In the show notes, the comments, the emails, to find me somewhere. So while I'm listening to playlists on shuffle and Puppet comes on, I'm usually going to listen to it. But I have skipped this on occasion, just based on the sheer number of times that I have heard this song in my life. It's not like exactly a no skip song. It's definitely fantastic, but it doesn't do it 110% for me every single time. Which, if you've been listening to a particular song for so long, you gotta keep it a treat. You know what I mean? Keep it a treat. Now here's what I would be interested in. If you have the courage to post a video or just like an audio recording somewhere of you trying to sing along to the chorus of this song, I would love to not feel alone in my failure earlier, or prove to me it can be done. So that's our episode. Leave a comment in the notes for this episode, wherever you're hearing this. I'll find it. Or just subscribe to the newsletter at kissmesonablog.com. Shoot me an email. Join the comments in the posts. We're all pals. We all love the same band. We're nerds. Thanks for listening. I'm Chase Rober. This has been Kiss Me, Son of Pod.